Hello and welcome to Everything is Energy. I am recording today, coming to you from a place in Northern California known as Mount Ohlone. Mount Ohlone in Ohlone means resting place of the hummingbird. This mountain overlooks the Bay Area. It's the fourth highest peak in California's Santa Cruz Mountains. And there is just so much history and energy here that I felt the call to record, encapsulate it, share it. So I'm seated at a vista that's so beautiful of the whole Bay Area. Also, right next to me, this mountain is topped by an 8.5-story, 85-foot tall concrete radar tower. And it's known as the Cube or the Box. It feels very much like that. It was a part of the Almaden Air Force Station for radar surveillance. The site, it just points to the powerful and transformational history of this place. First, from my research, this summit was closed to the public due to hazardous materials and unsafe structures from the former Air Force Station. And only recently, the Mid-Peninsula Open Space acquired the space and removed all the trash, and it's been open for 2 years, since 2017. And the miraculous thing was, at that time when they reopened this land that I'm standing on, they granted an easement to the Amah-Mutsun tribal band. These are the descendants of the Ohlone Native American people who inhabited this region before it was settled by Europeans. So this place is so magical. This has allowed the Native Americans to build a garden and hold ceremonies here on the mountaintop. There is a circle over to my right. It's a huge sacred circle where Native Americans themselves, and also they encourage everybody to come up here to pray, to receive insights and downloads from the other side, from their ancestors, and just generally from the universe. So there's really a lot of energy coming down onto this mountain. And so here I am, and this is just perfect post-eclipse energy, as it's literally the transformation of matter into spirit on this mountaintop. And I think it's so perfect that there's the remnants of a military radar tower, there's the land that's been cleaned up, and the easement that allows it to be returned to the Native Americans who used to, eons ago, use this mountain as their sacred divination site. They also used it to call in human beings from the other side and invite them onto this planet to take form as human and to live. So, post-eclipse energy, this is very transformational, likely for all of us. As I mentioned in the previous broadcast, the eclipse was kind of like that graduation ceremony where we're not done, we're only just beginning. We've been gifted with all of our skills, and now we're out in the world and we're doing it. And we're literally stepping into this oh so potent energy, and the universe continues to ask, what do you want? What do you want to create? And the energies of this time, it's not uncommon to feel less hopeful or overly dramatic, because there's a lot of aspects that we're looking at that are up for clearing, up for transmutation. And so many of us are feeling possibly like, well, hey, with all this potent energy, why am I feeling the shadows? That's not what I want to manifest and focus on. This is why this broadcast from Mount Ohlone today is totally perfect. It's a sacred site to the Ohlone. And as I mentioned, it was listed as toxic. It was cleaned up and reacquired as a heritage site. It's a perfect example of the mirroring and unfolding we are all experiencing. And the message is it's all true and it's all good. So the fact that the Ohlone get to have their garden here, and Mother Earth is such a powerful, profound enough vessel that she can still allow this government cultural heritage site as well as the Native American heritage to exist here. Mama Earth's energies are profound enough to support and allow all of this to happen simultaneously. So in this broadcast, it's a reconnecting to Mama Earth as well as an embracing of all the different views of why and how and what this land, this earth that we live on is used for. And here's something radical I offer you to consider. None of it is wrong. Yep, post-eclipse, we get to lay down our baggage, our swords, anything that we've been carrying that we no longer want in our lives. We get to embrace our personal power. And the stories of what happened in the past, this is a metaphor, not just for this tribe that used this mountain for their sacred site. This is for us as human beings who are walking, living beings on this planet. So the stories from the past are not nearly as powerful as the stories for what we create into the future. And this is so beautiful. Here's the image I'm getting as I'm sitting on this Naval Air Force base in this sacred site to the native tribes. There's this portal of sorts. And I can feel the ancestors say, what if we all left our stories and our baggage and our swords behind us and our wounds? What if we all stepped into today as humans? We are all necessary. And this is such a great metaphor. Can you imagine life without police? I know there's a lot of baggage around that word, but I see chaos, a little bit of chaos in society. If we lost all structures right now, there would be chaos. Can you imagine instead all of us dropping our ego and simply coming together to be in the presence of one another? That's the type of change that we are embracing and embodying. This is the wisdom of this mountain. There is no separation. We are all one. All right, so here's the practice. What I have to share, take what resonates with you and just leave the rest. If you're here with us globally, I invite you to set the intention to shift our world for personal empowerment. This means that everyone claims their power of creation. So there are no victims, there are no moguls, we are all one. And as I invite you to sit tall, straight spine, and just allow yourself to breathe and imagine that this beautiful teal, green, blue light is coming down, almost like scanning your aura from above and washing you clear, cleansing you. This light from the top of your head down through your feet, if anything you're ready to clear and release. And taking it out with the tide. The energetic tide is now washing you, cleansing you. Anything that you now realize, it's so much more profound to be connected, to be one, and to release our baggage and our stories, and to drop our swords. So this beautiful teal, green, blue light is just coming down through your aura, cleansing you, taking out with the energetic tide anything you're ready to release. And Mount Umunhum is the resting place of the hummingbird. The hummingbird is a powerful totem. And the hummingbird invites you to trust that your real self has the strength and the knowledge needed for every situation. There's no need to know how anymore. There's just allowing ourselves to be connected to the bigger picture, to stand fully in our power. So, as I come towards close today, I invite you to feel the cleansing of your aura, to step more fully into your power of creation, and to step into the connectedness that we are all connected, that we are all one, that we are all necessary, and that we are all collectively changing the story and raising consciousness. And the beautiful truth that I just want to close with, that I think and hope we all resonate with, is that when you focus on something, it manifests. So as we collectively experience the energy of this mountain, Mount Amanum, and just allow it all to be good, all of the history, all of the Naval Air Force radar tower, all of the Native American sacred rituals and sites and energy that still exists, all of it is good, all of it is necessary. All right. Thank you for joining me. And remember, when you focus on something, it manifests. What do you choose to create? That's what this mountain is asking you. Namaste, and much love.